right at 8:30 Central Daylight Time. We are off rolling. I tell you, Jeff Canfield, our race director, has been hitting this spot on this week, and that's in conjunction with a great track crew that has kept everything rolling as well.
Yeah, and already intensity out there at an all-time high. Take a look at this start, Rodney. Christian Fernandez with our Bell Holshot Award, but he's got company. He's not alone, buddy.
No, he is not. Heading into the 10 Commandments. Whoa, look at this. Already position jockeying taking place, and it's rocketing into that number 2 spot. Is the number 16 again. He falling back to third. Looks like the 23 machine now is your leader. That's Josh Strickland. He was Moto 1 winner, 9th place in Moto 2. I believe he set 4th in the championship hunt coming into this one. And a 191 will score him 11, so we'll have to wait to see how the rest of the field breaks down to see whether or not he gets that championship. But wow, kid's hungry. He fires out of that gate, a good start, and quickly passes to the front of the pack.
He looked like he was shot out of a cannon when he went into the 10 Commandments. Right now, see some yellow flags back there by the waterworks. Curious to see how many riders are down, but leaders already back off of the beach and up over the Rocky Mountain.
Wow, there's some good battling going on there. The 77, Devin Exenderis, a 5-2 situation. He is your second place rider as far as the championship was concerned when the gate dropped on this one. The 90 of Braden Lessler, a 3:21. He's looking for redemption here in this final moto out here as he jockeys for position around the Thor sweeper turn into the Polysport Lake area, Lake Polysport. And there we go, drag race to the finish line for lap number 1 complete. Here's the way things break down. Fernandez is out front again. Braden Lessler in second. Devin Exenderis, and that yellow flag you've seen in the background must have been for that 23 machine that had worked his way into the number 1 spot.
Had to be. He's absolutely disappeared. Don't see Strickland anywhere right now.
Yeah, Strickland is nowhere in sight, nowhere on the radar. Out of Zebulon, North Carolina. Again, a 1-9 moto score on his Amsoil Sport Durst Power Sports JCW Radiators machine. Heartbreaker there for him because he was looking for that redemption here in the second moto. Not saying he still can't get it, but I don't see him, I don't think, right now in the top 15.
Well, like you said, a bit of a heartbreaker, Rodney. I mean, he had the pace. He was shot out of a cannon, and you make one mistake. Well, we know that the mistake costs a minimum of 3 seconds here. Well, guess what? It can cost way more. It can cost absolutely a DNF. So not sure that that's the case with Strickland, but the man who was out front and took control of this thing early went down early and has simply disappeared.
Well, I'll tell you, I honestly forgot that we had this wonderful TV monitor. I was trying to watch the race from out the window. Couldn't see those riders on the far back side, so I apologize for that. Now oh yeah, we've got Racer TV. Welcome aboard, everyone. It is 450B Moto number 3, the first race of our third and final motos, ready to crown our champions. Fernandez out front, Braden Lessler, the number 90, who's going 3:21 and looking at a 2 right now. We got the third place position, Devin Exenderis, the 77, fourth place at 25, Spencer Winter. How did Spencer fare out the first 2 motos? He went 23 and 16, so he's getting some redemption out of this one as well. Cameron Mitchell, the number 46, he rounds out the top 5 here at the end of this first lap of racing, and wondering how he did. Mitchell DNF'd in Moto number 1, a 12th place finish in Moto number 2. Wow, these scores are going to be all jacked up.
They're going to be all over the map, Rodney, much like some of our lap times are right now. But if we take a look at Fernandez, Lessler, and Zenderas, 154, 155, 159. So a little better than a second and a half Fernandez over Lessler as far as that lap time is concerned. But the important thing is right now building that gap. 4.3 seconds, getting a little bit of breathing room. Zenderas running a 159.1, Mitchell a 159.2. So I tell you, it's still tight up there, but the key for Fernandez, put in clean laps. Take advantage of this first part of this moto and build up a gap.
Well, Christian Fernandez, a next-level healthcare, MotoFix Industries, All Out Training MX, TYG Creations, MP Suspension, and O'Neill backed ride. He is rolling hard on that KTM out there. Again, a 4th and a 1st place finish into this moto. Puts him in the driver's seat as far as who could win this championship. And sealing the deal with a 4.11 will be pretty successful racing for this 450B class. like we said, we ran down through the top 10, a majority of the top 10 there, and we let you know how their Moto scores were coming into this. And there's very few riders that have 2 scores back-to-back that are in the single digits in this top 10 right now.
Yeah, Rodney, everything we've looked at the last couple of days, you know, somebody has a double-digit finish in there that's in the top 5, you know.
Well, we see the 18 of Durko van der West. Durko van der West, and he comes to us on board the number 18. He went 7-4, and he is currently running in a 6th place position.
There we go.
A 7.46 will likely yield something somewhere near a top 5 overall, believe it or not, I think, whenever this is all said and done. It's going to be interesting, that's for doggone sure. But it is Braden Lessler, the number 90 right now. He is in that 2nd place position, as we told you, a 3:21.2. It's taken him, I think, out of a top 10, depending on how. Well, don't want to say that. You can't even say that at this particular point, because the way these finishes are going, the math is going to work out crazy in this one.
Yeah, the rider I'm taking a look at right now, Rush Chapman. Chapman was able to run about a couple seconds quicker than those in front of him, but all of a sudden he's made a big mistake. Now he's gone from actually about the 7th position back to the 13th, 14th position. So Chapman running some good times there, but must have run into some trouble, some kind of complications.
Well, keep an eye on this screen. Keep an eye on these racers. I'm going to look for another monitor for us to look at this from a different angle real quick, Megawatt.
Yeah, 3 laps in, 6.5 minutes into this one, 13.5 minutes to go. Fernandez now went from about a 4.5 second lead. He's down to about 3.5 seconds. So Lessler, I don't know that he necessarily picked up the time, but look at this. He's at a 1:56.4, so he was half a second quicker last time around, but able to knock off a couple seconds on that gap. Taking a look a little farther back in the field, got some great racing going on there as well. Back in 10th place, Sam Gaynor holding his own right now. Right behind him, you got Walter Bennett, Dustin McManus, Matthew Ketzler in that 13th, Tyler Walborn in the 14th position, and Cody Groves rounding out that top 15.
Well, if we finish the championship the way we see it right now, Christian Fernandez is 4-1-1, will score a total of 6, which will score him the overall win. Devin Alexanderas is looking at a 5-2-3 for an overall score of 10, and that would be 2nd place. And remember, Durko van der Westhuizen, a 7-4 and now 5. That is 3rd place overall right now, and he hasn't even hit the podium during racing.
Wow.
2:10.7 for Hunter Callius, yielding him 4th place overall as far as the national championship is concerned. And Sam Gaynor, the 82, who's looking at an 8-5 and 10th place right now, would round out your top 5. Now, I said maybe not even yielding a top 10. Look at these scores, a 3:21.2. Actually, it's 6th place overall, Megawatt.
Wow, 3:21.2. And you talk about crazy math. I've heard of new math at my kids' school, but this is crazy math right here.
10-17-17, 8th place overall for Blake Corbin. Walter Bentonez, an 18-18-10, is 9th place overall.
What that tells me about the depth is it's absolutely incredible. If you've got one top 10 finish, but you're 18-18-10, and you're still inside the top 10, wow. That tells me the depth is crazy out there right now. These guys are riding a similar pace, and it's just a matter of track position and finish position. That's it.
Just under or just over 11 minutes left of racing here in Moto number 3. Fernandez continues to lead Lessler and Zenderis. Cameron Mitchell in the number 4 spot. Hunter Callius 5th. Durko van der Westhuizen in the number 6 spot. Wesley Allen in 7th. Sam Gaynor, the 82, in 8th. 9th place, the 24 of Caleb Connor. And Walter Bentonez, the number 20, rounds out your top 10 here in the final Moto.
Taking a look at lap times, Rodney, looking at about a 1:57, 1:58 right now. 1:57.8 for Christian Fernandez, Brandon Lessler, a 1:58.7, so about 0.9 seconds as far as lap time is concerned, but the gap still continues to grow, almost 5 seconds right now.
Wow, just crazy. It's hard for me to watch the actual monitor and watch the racing right now because I'm looking at these numbers thinking, scratching my head saying, wow. I mean, we've seen inconsistencies. We've seen nutty things happen before, but I have to think, at least in recent years, these are some of the crazier scores that I've seen. And again, this is the kind of thing that makes Loretta Lynn's exciting, and that's why whenever you have a bad moto, you can't give up on it. You got to keep on pushing.
And that's why we do it 3 times down here. But like you said, very hard to keep focused on the monitor as far as the racing goes because the numbers are so intriguing. The numbers, whether the lap times, the gap, or the overall points are just amazing on how things are working out. And we're going to crown a champion here in a minute. And I tell you, it's anybody's game on who that champion is going to be.
It is, and we're watching, I think, this battle here for 6th place with the 18 machine of Durko van der Westhuizen, Wesley Allen, Sam Gaynor. Those 3 riders running 6, 7, and 8 have less than a second amongst the 3 as they came by the finish line for lap 5 complete there a few moments ago, and they are still at it right now. Looks like Wesley Allen has gotten around van der Westhuizen now as they head down the short chutes, but I don't think this one's necessarily over either just yet.
Oh, not by a long shot, Rodney. We got all kinds of time right now, and the thing about it is, with these gaps and these lap times being this close, you just expand upon that time, and when you look at 8 minutes to go, a lot of things can happen here, buddy.
You're right, Marshall. I mean, Matt. I almost called you Marshall, man.
Yeah, that's all right. My good buddy Roy calls me Mike all the time, so no biggie.
Yeah, I didn't want to go there either. I didn't want to call you Mike because somebody else already did. But it's funny, though. We joke around about being Randy so much that I even accidentally call myself Randy sometimes. Fernandez, Lessler, Exenderis, 1, 2, and 3 as we now have just over 8 minutes, about 8 minutes and 20 seconds now as we look at the official time clock here. And Cameron Mitchell, the number 46, is now up to a 4th place position. See if we have any true changes in this overall, as we do have some changes in position for the 18 machine. And now the 746 is still good enough for 4th overall. Hunter Cali now's 2:10.5 is 3rd place overall. So
absolutely amazing with that 10 in there to still be on the overall podium.
So we got a battle for 3rd place going on right now. It looks like as we watch on camera and on screen, Hunter Cali is actually a 5th place position rider aboard the number 17. And as we said, some passing that took place there over the course of the last couple of laps have taken Durko van der Westhuizen out of a 3rd place position, dropped him to 4th, and has moved the 17 of Hunter Cali into that spot with a 2:10.5 at this particular point.
Well, just about 7 minutes ago, Rodney, saw a lot of time left in this one, over halfway through, but a lot of time left. And I got to wonder, were any of these guys, when you take a look at Cali and van der Westhuizen and stuff, are these guys holding up till now? Are these guys holding back just a bit till now? It's go time, under 7 minutes, less than half of this moto left. And if you were saving anything, I think it's time to pull it out and put it to use.
It most certainly is. And the battle we're watching on TV, pointed out again, is the battle for 6th place, basically, and 5th place in that area. But what we're literally watching is the battle for the overall 3rd place. It is 6th on track right now, but when you start doing the mathematical calculations, it's for 3rd place overall. As we told you, Fernandez and Exenderis seem to have 1st and 2nd locked up, but Hunter Cali, the 17, he's on the bubble right now in 3rd. The 18 of Durko van der Westhuizen, he's looking at a 7.48 right now. Depending on how he finishes this, he could be a contender for 3rd overall. And Sam Gaynor, even the 82 machine, could be in that mix of things as well. Looking there, is that Allen?
That's Wesley Allen. That's the number 50 machine off of the course right now. Wesley was currently running in the 6th position, and as far as overall is concerned, where's he at?
He was a little further back in the overalls. Let's take a look at that. I'll try to look a little. He's not in our top 21.
Got another rider down as well, Rodney.
And with that should really change things up, but not so much for that 3rd place position as we check in with 7 laps complete now. We got Fernandez, Lessler, Exenderis. Mitchell is 4th. Hunter Cali is 5th. Sam Gaynor moves up to 6th. Durko van der Westhuizen now in the number 7 spot. 8th place, Cody Groves. Walter Bentonez, the number 20, is 9th. And Spencer Winter rounds out your top 10. As far as the overall goes, it is still Callie in the number 3 spot. He has a 2:10.5 for 17, a 7:47 for Westhusian now, so he's got 18. He's actually got to get past the 17 machine, so he's got to make up 2 spots and up to the number 5 position if he intends to take that overall 3rd and final spot. Now, what does that put Sam Gaynor in 8.56 right now? He is in 6th. A pass for him may tie him and put him actually into a 4th place overall. So he's going to have to pass up the 5th also. If he gets in the 5th, then he may also be in line for a 3rd place overall.
Yeah, you know, this can go one of several ways here, and I tell you, it's going to be interesting. Just about 4.5 minutes, Rodney.
Yeah, and I'm going to let you sort this out. I'm going to go down and get everybody and everything ready at the podium.
You make your way down to the podium. We're going to watch these last few laps here, and I can tell you, things are going to get heated. It's only going to take 1 or 2 positions to really change some podium positions right now. So these guys know exactly where they're at. They know what they have to do as far as that overall is concerned. And we're not so much talking about motos right now. We are talking about overall finishes, although that moto is going to determine where that overall finish is. It's the big picture right now. Get as far forward as possible. Chop those points down as low as possible. Look for that overall podium. You've been consistent. You've been cautious the first 2 motos. Now you just kind of have to let it all hang out right now, because one position could be the difference between a championship or not, a podium or not, and a medal or not. So right now, every position counting. These guys 4-1-1. Fernandez as they run. Zenderis a 5-2-3 as they run. Callie a 2-10-5. Would be your overall if they finish as they run, but with about 3.5 minutes of racing left, I don't see that really being the case. These guys are definitely going to have a couple shakeups. Going to be looking for that 2-lap card here in just a few minutes, of course, followed by the white flag, and we're going to be handing out the first championship plates here of 2018 at the ranch. So 450B going to be the first recipients of a number 1 plate here. So 3 minutes to go. Christian Fernandez out front right now. Also in the hunt for that overall win with a 4-1-1 if we finish out where we are in our current position. Braden Lessler running in that 2nd position right now. If he would finish in that current position, it would allow him to finish in the 6th place overall. Lessler having a bad moto in number 2, going 3:21-2. So as we can see, one moto really making a difference as far as those points are concerned. Now down into the 2.5 minute mark. Kind of keeping an eye out right now. Looks like the white flag is out. So last lap, white flag is out. Fernandez trying to keep it on 2 wheels. A lot of emotion running underneath of that helmet right now. The anxiety's up, the heart rate's up, I'm sure. Because looking at a championship here at Loretta Lynn's is the number 16 KTM of Christian Fernandez. Currently behind him, Braden Lessler, Devin Zenderis, Cameron Mitchell, Hunter Callie rounding out the top 5. But right now, it's about Christian Fernandez trying to go 4-1-1 and lock down the first championship of 2018. Looks like Fernandez now working his way back through the short chute right there, coming into the 10 Commandments for the last time. Fernandez got about a half a lap ahead of him. All kinds of stuff going on under that helmet you can only imagine. Now taking a look at possible overalls again, Devin Zenderis. He's riding in the 3rd position right now. That could net him a 2nd overall if he can keep it on 2 wheels as well. And Hunter Callie, who's currently 5th on the track, sitting in contention for a 3rd overall. So white flag continues to fly. Waiting on our leader, Christian Fernandez, to bring it home. Working his way back into the midsection here. Working his way into the beach. Christian Fernandez headed for victory here. Trying to keep it on 2 wheels. Going to lock down that number 1 plate. You can only imagine all these guys right now. Final race. Heart rates through the roof. And here he comes right now, the number 16 machine, Christian Fernandez. 1 corner to go. Couple little jumps. Headed for that finish line. Checkered flags are out. Christian Fernandez going 4-1-1 here today. 4-1-1 this week at the ranch. Lap time of a 2:02.31 that time around. Devin Zenderas a 2:01. Lessler a 2:02. Hunter Cali a 1:59. Sam Gaynor a 1:58. So these guys really going for it, knowing the importance of this final moto and exactly what it means. And what it means right now for Christian Fernandez is he is the 2018 450B Loretta Lynn's champion. That number 16 Kawasaki going 4-1-1 for 6 points overall. Second place in the moto, Braden Lessler. Braden Lessler, let's see, checking his position out in the overall, going 3:21.2. That puts him in the 6th position right now. Devin Darius in that 3rd position in the moto, giving him a 2nd position overall here, 5.23 for 10 points. Hunter Cali riding 5th on the track, finishing 5th in that moto, going to secure a podium position overall, going to be 3rd place with a 2:10.5 and 17 points.
All right, waiting for Devin to make his way on over. So we're going to crown our bronze medal winner here first, and get Devin on over here to this Race Tech podium. And just a reminder for everyone, as the day wears on, champions don't steal the shield. You'll get yours at the awards presentation tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, he takes Moto bronze here in Moto 3. Put your hands together for Devin Zenderas. Devin, outstanding job, outstanding performance this week in one of the wildest classes as far as finishes go, man. I mean, everybody seemed to be bouncing around like ping pong balls out there and pinballs whenever it came to these finishes.
Yeah, everybody was all over the place. Track, we got some early motos in this class, so the track was kind of slick, and it's just really inconsistent, but I just tried to do my best to put it up on the box every time.
Your week seemed to go pretty good. A 3rd here in this final moto. I know that's a good way to put an exclamation point on it for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Who do you want to say thanks to?
I want to say thank you to my family, my trainer Rob, the whole Real Deal facility, 7, 100% Monster, Dunlop, the Kessler family, they helped me out a whole bunch, and City Boots, Pro Taper, and anybody I forgot, just thank you though.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, 3rd place in this moto, Devin Zenderas, as he makes his way off the podium, and actually a 5.23 will yield him 2nd overall as far as the national championship title is concerned. He takes 2nd here in Moto 2. He goes 3:21.2. How about, he even got, I think, 4th place or 5th place overall, but he gets silver here in Moto 3. Put your hands together one more time here for Braden Lessler. Nice beard, Braden, and good job, buddy.
Thank you.
Wow, talk about, again, a crazy class this year, this 450B class. Everybody everywhere, man. You had to be consistent.
Yeah. We did pretty good in the first moto, even though last gate pick, and just fought through the pack, and then the 2nd moto we just want to forget about. We had some things going on that we had to figure out, but we came out swinging for the last moto, nothing to lose. Got a decent start, but I made quick passes getting 2nd, and I was just trying to close the gap, but he was running a good pace, and I just had to settle for that 2nd place position.
That's a good one for that Moto 3 and a great way to redeem yourself. Who do you want to say thanks to?
First of all, I want to thank the Lord above for this beautiful weather. Last time I was here, it was a rainy mess, and for keeping us all safe. And I'd like to thank my mom and dad for getting me here. Pete over at NOS Suspension, Rhino, my trainer, Rhino Power, at North County Yamaha and RP Racing, and everybody else who helps me out.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, Braden Lessler taking 2nd here, and silver in Moto number 3 as he gives the double thumbs up. And we welcome to the podium here as he brings to us well, the number 16, he gets a hole shot. He takes the Moto win with gold, and he wins your national championship, ladies and gentlemen. And put your hands together for Christian Fernandez. Look at that, man. Talk about the hardware. Get those photos taken, man. Very, very proud stuff to be donning here at Loretta Lynn's. There's no doubt about that, my friend. And not only do you pick yourself up a whole shot award and the Rocky Mountain Shield that we've got here and a national championship, but I believe we've got a national #1 plate here to come from Ricky from the American Motorcyclists Association, as we congratulate Christian Fernandez on a job well done. Wow, the hardware coming. And one more piece of hardware right here, the Golden Bell Helmets Award, a big national #1 for Christian Fernandez right there. Wow, where you gonna put all this stuff, man? We'll let these guys take off for just a second, Christian, as we're getting ready for our next champion to be crowned. But wow, what a week. We talked about the inconsistencies of everybody in this class, but for you, man, you seem to be able to pull it together this week.
Yeah, I'm surprised after that first moto, I didn't think I was going to be able to really get the championship. I was a little nervous with that fourth, but everyone else was a little bit more inconsistent than I was, so I was able to pull it off with a 4.11. I'm pretty happy about that.
Mindset coming into this moto, this last race, what were you thinking down there on the starting line?
I was just thinking do the same thing I've been doing, get a hold shot and ride my own race and try to pull away from everyone.
Well, congratulations to you. I know the feeling has to be spectacular right now, and I know there's a lot of folks you want to say thanks to and go do some celebrating with.
Yeah, for sure. I want to thank my mom and dad for all the sacrifices, my brother with all the training at Max for getting me to this point, Moto Fix Industries out here helping me out, Next Level Healthcare back at home taking care of me, Tamer, hold shot device, getting me off to good starts. The Ride Dunlop, the paddle tires working great out there in the first few motos. O'Neill, Alpine Stars, Michael Metals, 100% goggles, getting me clear vision and hooking me up this week. TYG Creations back at home, they've been helping me for a lot of years now. And the Adams family always taking care of me all the time. And everyone else I forgot, thank you very much.
Christian Fernandez, your 450B AMA Amateur National Champion, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, one more thing and one more order of business. Let's pop the top on this bubbly, my friend. Let's hit the champagne. And, of course, as we always like to say, to the victor goes the spoils, and the spoils of Loretta Lynn's, this sweet, sweet spray of champagne. Back up top with Megawatt.
All right, Rodney, already wrapping up that first championship of 2018. Coming up next right now, race #2. That is our Vet Plus 30. So far, it looks like Chad Wages with a 2-1 and 3 points in the lead. Kenny Day